All right, guys, we're going to try. Boy, I kind of block the sun's right in my face here. It is a hot day. Wind's kind of calm, Phone says 6 miles an hour at times. It is humid. I haven't done good with any video today. I've got to make some videos. Sweating my butt off. Going to do Rustic Rimfire 22s. What is that? Rabbit Challenge, whatever. You're supposed to do it with more of a classic, like 1980s older, semi-automatic 22, no bull barrels, no custom build, 1022s. You probably use 1022 by now, but a stock, rifles and stuff like that. I got this Winchester 490 here. I'll let you look at it a little better here later on. It's completely bone stock, really beautiful rifle right there. I made these for like a couple of years. And you think 490 is like related to like the 190 or 290? It's a whole different animal, where the 190, 290s, 270s, and stuff like that, that whole group were, economy version, aluminum alloy receivers is a steel receiver and stuff like that. And I'll let you look on this side. I do have my cap off my scope there. And let's look at this. I'll let you take a little better look at it. Hooded front sight there. Walnut stock on it. I have on a BSA 3 to 9 scope. It does have a front parallax on it right there, and screw-in scope caps right there. So I did some shots on, just before this right here with this. See where she's sitting. I'm going to be shooting. Now you can use TAC 22, but I ain't even trying TAC 22. I'm going to go with the CCI standard. Seems to be doing good enough for a 9 power scope. Let me pause you and set you in the spine scope. Okay, guys, I forgot to show you my setup here. Get this up a little higher. I would like a little more eye relief, with this scope, or this stock right here and this scope right here, but we'll make do. This does not have any sling stud, so I can't put a bipod on it handily. So I got the old Caldwell rest tab, which is never high enough, and I got two my sandbags in a box underneath it, so to shoot with right there. We're gonna see what we can do. Let me see if we can zoom a little bit more here. I know it's hard to see in a black target right there. Now this one was his original Rustic Rimfire's original version right there, and it has more of the rules on the one he's got out now. This just already had it printed up, but basically, this have fun. More think about when you was a kid. Some automatic 22 you might have had or something like that. What you're gonna want. Oh, I gotta get down. I forgot to go there. So you do 2 shots per target right there. And I don't know if I'm gonna walk all the way down there and get this. It's hot. So this has a 5-round magazine, so I have to stop here. So I want to go for that. I don't know if there's a sighter there or not. I don't see one. Oh, it says cold bore, so my gun's cold. Well, it's cooled down enough as it can in this hot, humid temperature right here. Let me get one more wipe sweat on my forehead with a hanky and on my eyes. And let's try that top left target there. Okay, I can't. Did I hit 2 in that same hole? I think I did. Looking through the camera right here. Okay, let's go for the other target above the shoulders of the rabbit there. Heavy trigger, of course. that got into black a little bit. Now I think to get to the higher scoring ring, like I think it says on the other target, you have to be like 3/4 of your shot, within the score right there. Okay, I should have one more round left to go for the other target there. Okay, I'm gonna have to load up here again. It is a 5-round magazine. It doesn't drop out freely by no means. But I can't remember if I put a high-powered scope on this or not. I know it shoots pretty good. I may have, may not. Like this 490, I also got the Winchester 77. It's got a scope on too. I might try it with that one also, which is another good shooter. And I know it's got a 9-power scope on, see what it can do. But this is my kind of shooting. I like doing this shooting old guns right here. To me, I'm not sure. What I know he said like 80s there, but I'm sure probably a Rossi or something like that would be fine. Just nothing modified. Okay, I gotta shoot one more in that target. Now let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, in that target on the right. Need to top the bullseye. Okay. Now we got a target on the rabbit's head. Okay. So that's 3 shots. Okay, now on the shoulder right there. Okay, now I think I'm out though, but I'll do a clicker. I'm pretty sure I'm out. Put in 2 more rounds there for his haunches there. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. I don't want to take a chance with the firing pin on this one, so be a little harder to get. Be sure that's it. Okay, let me see. Hard to see with this black here. I talked to Dean about this. He said he had to go with the black still, like an outline. Let's see. Tell you what. I'm gonna pause this here. Let's have to go down and get it. All right, guys. I see. I think I put both 2 holes right in bolts right in here. I should have aimed a little higher. I was aiming right on there. Best I can with 9-power. That crosshair is a little thick on this scope right there. Then I come over here. I clipped it into 10, but the iron share. And you see, it says score where 75% of your bolt lands, no plugs. So more of it's into the 5 right here. So I go to the 5, and it may be a little more in the 5 here. I don't know, but I went with the 1. I'll let you guys. I'll hold up here and let you tell me what you think. I went with the 1. I don't know. It's 6 1, half a dozen the other. Then 2 in the 5 ring there on this one right here. Got 1 to 10 here on the shoulder, and 1 in the 8. This 8 ring, and the 2 right here, close together there in the 5. I thought I'd come over closer. I'm going to start shooting off to the left right there, or to the right, I mean, right there. So I come with 64, but this is a fun one to do right there. Hard to see down there. I was trying to look and see where my, through the scope right there. I couldn't see it in the black right there. I can see up these, but well, I'll let you take a look at this. Move this out of the way right here. A little better look at the gun right here. And see, this beautiful shaped gun. Really good shape. Not sure what that barrel length is. It's every bit, let me see if I got, hang on, let me sit you up here and I'll try to measure here for you. I'd say she's about 21 and a half, something like that. Come on, hang back up. You see the BSA scope, it does have a front parallax on it right here. Flip down rear side is fully adjustable right there. Hooded front side, if you guys can see that down there. Trigger, I probably never did a trigger pull in this. I'm guessing it's not the hardest trigger I ever had. It's not a bad trigger, but it's just heavier, not a bunch of creep or anything like that. But I'll say 4 or 5 pounds, something like that. And like I say, I don't think I've had a big scope with this. I may have. I've done so many of these right here. I would like this scope a little bit further back right here, if I could. But you get like this, you can't have much choice right here. So what you got is what you got. Fine if you're standing up shooting, but you're kind of leaning down over a table, kind of changes your length of pull. At least does for me. But beautiful gun. Like I say, this isn't related to the 190s or 290s. Like this. It's just a upscale gun. Well, from what I read, Winchester made their lever action 9422, and it was getting good response. They didn't want to sell, so they thought they would try this right here, and they only sold it for a couple of years. Didn't have a big response for it, and I believe this one is. Let's see, this says Winchester New Haven. I just want to see. Yeah, it says it's made in Canada. So, it wasn't Winchester bought out Cooey or whatever. It was made in Canada. So, like I say, only a couple of years, a beautiful gun. And you got these screw and scope caps. I'm not a big fan of that. But, I guess it works. A lot of screwing to get them off and on. So, let me know what you think, guys. If you want to go on and get that, go to Rustic Rimfire 22 right there. And it's definitely a fun one. Like I say, I might try this. You guys know I have 22, so I got stuff. And a lot of them don't have scopes on them, and a lot of them I can't even put a scope on, without a lot of fuss. So, but I might try it with, just because you don't see it that often, I might try it with the 77 Winchester also. I could try with I know I got scope on Model 60. That's not a price, YouTube. That's the model number. And I keep on saying that because YouTube got me for saying the model number on a Ruger semi-automatic. You know what rifle I'm talking about. And they said I was trying to sell guns. I'm not selling guns, YouTube. Just got out of jail. Don't want to go back again. But I think, it's like old school budget semi. I think any older rifle you got, like I say, probably, you'd have to ask Rustic Rimfire right there. You probably use your Rossies or your a cheaper rifle will be fine too, or cheaper Savage semi-automatic, but semi-automatic. I know he's doing I think he's doing one like this now. I think it's at 100 yards for the bolt guns too. Let me know what you think, guys, and we'll talk to you next time.